Kimberly, and we have our friend Katie. So if you have any questions for us, make sure to preface with whatever our name is in the chat window. Yeah, that's about it. So we're going to write letters. Are we drinking anything alcoholic today?
Mm-mm.
No? Are you?
I'm good with tea.
Okay. Are you? No? She wants bourbon. Hell yeah, she does. We're all drinking constant
I wouldn't let
comment.
you drink alone.
Yeah. Yeah. Which bourbon are you going to choose?
Oh, well,
No, you don't have to stick to just the open one.
yeah, we have 3 to choose
Oh,
from.
you guys are so fancy.
There is Bullet, there's the 4 Roses that was just given to us, and then there's a bottle of beer barrel aged bourbon, which is also
I was going to say, that was for me.
So far, 2 of the bottles of bourbon in the studio.
Would that be a surprise?
No, it's just wonderful.
Oh, yeah, right. So if you want to take a picture of what you're doing for the LWA Social, just use the hashtag LWA Social on Instagram or Twitter. And yeah, and let us know what you're writing. I am writing moving cards or moving announcements with these postcards. Hold on, there we go. Yeah. Which are from the Penguin 100 Cookery postcards. And I would highly recommend it. Every single postcard is different. So I need to actually go buy another set. So I have it for myself. But it has some really good cookbook covers. So more caviar and more candy is one.
Oh, that's a good one.
There we go. Yeah.
That reminds me of that Jello book you gave me.
Oh, yeah. I'm just writing letters to pen pals. My first letter is being written to her because she is my pen pal.
And I'm trying not to read it in advance.
And if you want to ask us any questions, it's on the chat window that's on the virtual social page, which is letterwriters.org/virtualsocial.html. Yeah.
I just said ritual social.
Virtual. No. But virtual and social are capitalized. Otherwise, Twitter too. You can ask us questions through there. So, yeah. Can you give me the tea bag cup? Thank you.
Would you like to ask questions?
Yeah.
I want to know where everyone's writing.
Oh, where everyone's writing from?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Katie wants to know where everyone is writing from. So if you let us know where you're at, that'd be awesome. Just so we know where everyone is. And then Caesar said that someone left the door open. We have it open because we want some breeze happening. So that's why
makes it feel not as claustrophobic
Yeah.
in here as well, because it's a kind of small space.
Like, I don't know what the square footage is of this place, but it's not big.
I have no idea.
12 by...
Probably 150 square feet.
That sounds about right.
12 by 15?
Yeah.
Maybe it's small and cozy.
It's cozy.
Oh, okay. Latecomers this is our friend Kimberly,
Hi.
and that is our friend Katie.
Hi.
All right, so we have Washington, D.C.,
Right.
Minnesota, Philadelphia, Chicago, and Long Beach, California so far, and Kansas City.
Long Beach is a very pretty place.
So,
Who's writing from Chicago?
Adina.
Oh,
Hi, Adina. Chicago, formerly Hawaii, for a couple of weeks. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You dropped your phone?
Yeah, like a million years ago.
No, she dropped it 2 days after getting it.
Yeah.
I told her she should go to the T-Mobile store or wherever the hell she is with and just ask them to replace it because it's still under warranty. She's like, but then I gotta talk to people.
I said that.
You couldn't write a letter.
It also wasn't just instantly fixed.
Donovan, you don't
Yeah.
She knows how to talk to people. She just doesn't like doing it. So a lot of the business stuff, I like business talking. I would normally do it for us. So. We also have Tucson and Cincinnati.
Hi.
As you notice, the two people by my side are not writing letters.
I was taking a picture of the desk.
Uh-huh.
I was getting my husband to chop something.
I was writing a letter.
Now you're packing a
Just
box.
wrapping up my paper.
What's he chopping?
Pineapple and jicama for an appetizer for tonight.
Oh, you put the little
Mhm. The lime and the
I read your
little
blog post on
sprinkles.
that.
Oh man, they're so good.
What is it for the happy hour?
Another one of my coworkers
Oh, it's leaving.
has left,
Mm.
so we're having a little party tonight.
Okay.
And I hate chopping
There's a lot of good
pineapple.
cocktailing going on at your house, according to your Instagram. There is a lot of imbibing happening over there.
It's really just 2 or 3 times a week. It just seems like a lot more.
No, but it's mostly because they're just very creative and look delicious. No judgment.
It's my favorite hobby.
We've already picked out what our summer drink is going to be because when we were in New Orleans, we had the New Orleans version of Pim's Cup.
Oh,
and I
yes.
have completely fallen in love, which it's way better than the British version. I'm really sorry, everyone in the UK. It's way more refreshing. And like we were sitting at the Columns Hotel, like just looking out on the Garden District and just drinking. And we zoned out so bad that the waitress actually came up to us and was like, hello, anything else? And we're like, oh, more of these. Like, oh my God. So we looked up the recipe for it and we're just like, we're going to sit on the patio and we're just going to have Pim's Cup all summer long.
Nice.
This is going to be what we're doing. So I'm excited for that.
That is a delicious one.
Cincinnati, Slovakia,
Ooh,
Slovakia.
Prague.
Also, Prague is very nice.
Oh, yeah. What time is it in Prague?
What time is it in Prague right now?
It's either early or late.
Yeah. Well, hey, like I said, 3 o'clock is supposed to be a good time for everyone in the world. 3 o'clock Chicago time. It is 10 p.m.
Okay.
In Prague?
Yeah, I'm proud.
Wow.
Caesar would like to know what we're drinking. We are not. You guys poured yourself some alcohol, didn't you?
Not yet.
Oh, all right. We're all drinking tea. Constant comment. But I believe that Katie and Donovan are going to pour a little bourbon into their tea.
Or just bourbon into cups.
Straight bourbon.
I mean, it's Sunday.
I mean, it's Sunday, so yeah. Straight bourbon. I've been packing up my booze for moving, and we have 3 different types of Malort, and I don't even like Malort.
Is it for when Donovan visits?
No, I just keep buying it.
You're adventurous.
Yeah, I'm just like, maybe I'll like this kind of Malort. No, I don't like it. Because Leatherbees came out with a Malort, and my friend was telling me that it tastes more like a grapefruit cordial. And I was like, I can get down with that. So I bought it, and I was like, no, it tastes like grapefruit Malort. That's what it tastes like. So, no. I have spiced rum for Donovan in the house.
She's gotten in her head that I like rum, and I'm not entirely sure why, but that's fine.
Because when we lived together, you drank a lot of rum.
A lot of rum. When we lived
Like
together,
too much rum.
I was a wee young thing, and had just left college, and thought that pineapple juice and coconut rum was like the epitome of cocktail mixing. So that's what I'm gonna say about that.
We really should not. Yeah. If we judged each other on what we liked when we first started drinking, that would be bad news.
Yes. That would be bad news.
Vodka and Crystal Light.
Ew.
Mad Dog 2020.
Oh.
Kiwi flavored.
Oh,
I know. I know. I lived in Miami, Florida. It was like a cool thing. You know?
Yeah. I do a lot of like rum and Coke. Or like flavored vodka and like Sprite.
Mhm.
Even now though, if I go to like a really bad bar with like bad booze, I'll do like a flavored vodka and soda, not like Sprite. I just can't do the sugar.
cherry vodka and Coke is good.
Ooh.
If I'm in a
It's like
bar
a
that
cherry
doesn't
Coke that's
have
alcohol.
You are killing me.
if I'm in a bar that doesn't have a good like
Flavored vodka.
yeah, I can't do flavored vodka.
Well,
I just do
technically, gin is a flavored vodka.
no.
It's
it
flavored
is.
more naturally
if
than
you
like
if you read the
This is
Drunken
an argument
Botanical
only
book.
made by
Oh, yeah, I
people
have a book.
who drink flavored vodka.
That's not my preferred drink, but if it's like
It's her
well
part in a
whiskey,
My
Yeah,
my
yeah.
port in a storm is Maker's Mark on the Rocks. Like if
Yeah.
it is obviously not a cocktail place and they don't have good beer, I just get Maker's Mark on the Rocks because everyone's gonna have Maker's Mark. Like you just have to. And if not, then I get whatever bottom shelf bourbon or something like that. But yeah, I was actually really surprised that there wasn't a lot of beer in New Orleans. Like in order to find a beer bar, we had to like seek it out.
Oh.
They're more of a cocktail liquor place. So like it was like a Beta. We were trying to drink locally, and I think there was only 3 local breweries or something like that.
That seems right though.
Yeah. Do you want me to write you a postcard, or do you want to just copy this down?
I can totally just copy it down.
I can also write you a postcard. You just need to give me your address. Yeah. I was going to.
That's very nice handwriting.
That's Danielle.
Of course it is.
I know.
Yeah.
I know we had this whole fight about who had nicer handwriting. I'm like, yours is like consistently beautiful. Like
Yeah. No, she.
it's like perfect.
Mhm.
Miss of Maven Malort is a what nationality?
It is a Swedish
Yeah.
drink. It is wormwood schnapps.
And it is only, okay, so outside of Sweden, Chicago happens to be the highest consumption rate or whatever for whatever reason. I don't know, maybe because we have a large Swedish population.
We do.
But that I don't know, but it's
Yeah,
like, so it's a
Swedish.
very Chicago thing. And I think the reason I have so many bottles of Malort is because whenever someone comes to visit who's never been to Chicago before and they're staying with me, I force them to drink a shot of Malort. And I'm just like, there you go. Now you're in Chicago. Boom. Because no one else, anyone really out of Chicago has no idea what Malort is. And
It's not tasty.
it's not good. And people
I like
even,
it a lot.
yeah, Donovan likes it. And I can't, their slogan is something like only 1 out of 99 men or something like this like it. I don't know what. It's supposed to be for unique flavor. But my friends, Dustin and Morgan, they had a Malort shot for their wedding instead of champagne, like a Malort toast. And a lot of people were from out of town. So he asked the photographer to be ready for after the Malort, because there's a thing called Malort face, which is normally like that. And so there's this picture from their wedding that's just a bunch of people like, except for the people who are from Chicago who are either not drinking it or like,
Who knew
okay,
better.
Yeah.
We're just laughing at
Yeah.
everybody else.
I really, really like this one a lot.
Oh, I
That
do
one actually makes me think of Donovan a little
too.
bit. Like it looks like something you would illustrate.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
And then
It does have a hand-drawn
and then that
I like that
I like that one a lot. So yeah.
Ooh, that one's kind of pretty too.
That's what I was gonna send you. You weren't supposed to see it.
Sorry, man.
Well, what do you want?
Stop writing to me,
Do
you guys.
Do you want this one or this one?
Kind of like that one.
Okay, then I chose correctly the first time.
Yay.
Just so I can show the class. So this is cookbook covers from the Penguin. What is it called? Penguin Cookery Postcard Set. So
I'm
here's
totally gonna write that
one.
down.
that's one. This is the one I'm sending Kimberly, who's sitting right next to me, because that's one. Let me see what else. What was the other one that I thought was cool?
They're all cool.
Yeah, but the ones I was showing you guys. Oh yeah, this one just because it's so simple. That one, and I like this one with all the little drawn potatoes
Like that.
on it. I think that one's pretty cool.
What is it called again? The Penguin. Sorry.
The Penguin
Cookery postcards.
100 cookbook covers in one box. Cookery postcards from Penguin. And I'm gonna also show again. That's the box set. And the box set, I mean, I love buying postcards in boxes because then you can use it for other stuff later.
Oh yeah, there you go. I don't have to say my
No.
address out loud.
Oh, that's a cute card.
The camera. Beth Wilson.
I think I sent you a card saying, I'm a terrible friend. I missed your birthday. If I didn't, I really did mean to. Did I not send you that?
No.
Ah, shit.
I didn't know it was your birthday. Happy birthday.
Yeah, she Instagrammed maybe a few weeks ago, right?
Yeah, it was in March. Yeah, what did I?
March?
Yeah.
That was like 2 weeks ago, right?
Maybe we were still celebrating 2 weeks ago. I don't know. We didn't do anything exciting because I thought I had the flu.
No, that's a bummer.
I know.
Like, Croc and I could not be more different on the ways we like to celebrate our birthdays. My birthday, I'm like, you're going to cook dinner, and we're going to have some really good beer, and we're going to watch a movie. Like, boom. Or something like, we're going to go out to eat somewhere, like outside, because my birthday's in August, so we can actually go outside. He is like, I'm going to have a funeral for my 30s or whatever the hell. You know, like, it's always something grand. And then, yeah, for his 30th birthday years ago, whatever, we had a funeral for his we had a funeral for his 20s. For his 20s, yeah. So we set up a fake cardboard coffin with a skeleton dressed in his clothes from when he was in his, like, the clothes he doesn't wear anymore, but clothes from like whatever, college and stuff. And he was like getting beer, and he walked back into the place, and he was like, "This is really creepy." Like, there's a skeleton. I know, but I don't think he understood how weird it was. Like, he's like, there's a skeleton dressed like me on a table with roses all over. Like, it's just like a little too much for him.
That's what you wanted.
There you go. What he really wanted was Mukapaza to go down the street burning an effigy of himself. But you need like a city ordinance or something to have a marching band walk down the street. Well, that too. That part would have been illegal. But to have a marching band going down the street, yeah.
Are you falling asleep writing me? Are you done writing me?
The tiny video of Alice McHugh.
Oh, I love that paper.
It still has the perforation at the top.
Mostly because the big one is just too big.
I agree.
And the paper
Wait, that's
is
supposed
so
to be the small
nice.
size?
That's the small one.
Wow.
So sweet.
I don't know which one we have at Paper Source. I think it's a small one. It's a box, though. It's not a pad.
I don't know that they make many of Alice in the box. They make Fabriano
No,
in a
it's
box.
that. It comes in a box.
Okay.
But maybe the pad is in the box with the
know.
envelopes. I don't know. I'll have to look. I should know. But then I'd have to care.
They can see you. Has everyone done their Mother's Day cards? If you live in the United States, Mother's Day is next Sunday. Heads up.
I haven't even bought mine.
I bought mine and then I packed it up. So I'm gonna call I'm gonna call my mom on Sunday and be like, so I love you, but I'm also super organized. So I packed everything. Like, yeah, I was like, I'm gonna pack all the stuff I don't need because I thought I left out a folder of stationery. I didn't, and everything's packed up and I don't know what box. There's like 4 boxes that are labeled stationery. So yeah.
It could be anywhere.
I also have 4 banker's boxes, you know, the big ones of all my mail, like mail that was sent to me. And that's when I started actually saving it. So,
wow.
yeah.
So what do you do with that now?
I think I'm going to bring it to the studio because...
Where are you
up. We're going to have to go up.
Yeah,
I'm going to do a pulley system.
Wait.
Yeah, no, I don't know what I'm going to do with it because we don't have as much storage in the new places as we do in the old. And this is also the other problem of why it's taking us so long to pack, because we had an enclosed back patio that we were keeping a bunch of stuff we didn't need. And then we also had basement space that wasn't delineated for each apartment. So it's just like, if no one's taking the space,
you can take it.
You take it. And so we did with a plum. So yeah. A lot of stuff.
That's a pretty pin.
Thank you.
Do you need a media center? I have a media center. I also have an electric organ.
I keep seeing your electric organ, and I'm tempted, but no. I'm not that tempted.
Look at the crazy look in your eyes.
I do not need a media center.
You have an elevator, so it doesn't matter. Like, it'll be so easy to take the
Yeah,
organ
but
up.
I'm saving a space in my dining room for my giant record player someday.
No. You need the organ. The organ is live music.
Man, I don't know how to play an organ.
You don't have to. You hit a bunch of switches and it plays it for you. This thing's amazing.
It is a fun machine.
It's a fun machine. It's from 1973. It makes beats for you, and you can re-loop
this
things.
This is the Craigslist portion of the letter social. Kathy would like to know if anybody would want her fun machine.
Fun machine.
Because we don't have space for it, and we've had it for like 11 years or
So
something.
you want to share the joy with someone?
Yeah, like
You can't have had it for 11 years.
10 years then.
Not
No,
even.
it was 11 years because
That I was around before the fun machine was around.
no, you were not.
Yeah.
So wait, hold on. The fun
Feel
machine
stuck in the
came-
middle.
The fun machine came when you were living with us?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we got the fun machine before. Yeah, so the story about it though is that it was in the Pitchfork offices, and then when Pitchfork moved from
See, it has provenance.
Yeah.
You want a part of Pitchfork
yeah
history.
when they moved from Devon to I don't remember where they moved to after that, they didn't want that, and so Croc was like, well, can I take it? And they're like, if you can get it down the stairs, it's yours. And I don't know how he did it, but he did it by himself. Because it took 3 dudes to take it up to our place.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So he got it down the stairs, and then he got it into our old apartment, which was only on the first floor, so that was manageable. Many a drunken nights were done, playing, with the fun machine. But anyone who would have wanted it from Pitchfork now lives in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
So, because they moved the offices over to Brooklyn. And then we thought that maybe our downstairs neighbors would like it because the guy is like he teaches music, but he's like, no, we're actually going to be moving soon too. So yeah.
Or fun machine.
Yeah.
These pens write on glass.
Cool.
I just like the way they write. I don't really write
They
on
write
glass.
on glass. How do they?
You can like
Do you have to
scrape them
cure
off
it?
then. No?
Oh, okay.
This is pretty.
They're fun. I like the
Yeah,
way
the
they write.
design of the pen is just nice. Show the glass.
Show the class.
It's Sakura Decoris pen. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah,
more.
show Katie.
Here, I have some more I can pass you. They're like gel pens.
Can you guys see
kind
that?
of glittery.
Is it
Like
focused?
they write.
It writes on glass apparently, but look how cool it looks.
They're from Japan. Yeah.
Oh, they're from Japan. They're not from Paper Source.
No, they're from
Oh.
Japan.
I write on my phone with it.
Yeah,
Glass, right? Will
totally.
it come off?
I used I wrote on my glass at home and scraped it off with my fingernail and it worked.
She's so brave. She's
I
I'm gonna write on my phone with this.
It totally works.
Yeah. I just like the way they write, like
In real
on
life.
paper. And then it's kind of glittery. You can't really tell on glass, but you can tell. It's kind of shimmery.
I like how they look. I like
Yeah,
that
the
they have
design
little
of it is
flowers.
just
Of course,
nice.
It's like a totally like Japanese thing. Like they were designed to look like makeup. Which that's the thing. They're like funny to me.
They're supposed to. I don't know
You know,
any
like-
makeup that looks like
Well,
that.
in Japan though, there's a lot of like,
Oh, really?
you
Okay.
know, things are very ladylike there.
Don't read my letter.
Okay, so can
Not
I
reading your letter.
confess about the letter that I'm writing? Sure.
Is it a love letter?
I broke the law a little bit to write this letter. So, you know that I operate a window at the post office at Birmingham,
Yes.
which is a U.S. sanctioned post office just for that week. There's actually 3 of them. Birmingham is set up the city's set up to be like a clock, and there's a post office at 3, at 6, and at 9.
Okay.
So I've always worked at 9. Not really sure why, but I just prefer it. And last year, I just found this the other day, so I was like, oh, I gotta write this person. This very handsome guy came to my window. I should tell you that when you go to volunteer at the post office, you have to read the actual post office manual and you have to sign off. So you are adhering to the laws of being a postal worker, but you're in the middle of the freaking desert.
Yeah,
but all bets are off once you sign this. But you are still supposed to like mail the mail that they give you and all these things. And you probably shouldn't, when a very handsome stranger comes to mail a postcard to himself, copy down his address before you put it into outgoing mail. So I just found it and I was like, I should tell him that I stole his address and see what he might have to say about it.
You're gonna get arrested because this is on the internet now.
I know. Well, I guess I'm not gonna be arrested.
Donovan.
It's low security and I can read and people won't really bother me. I'm fine with that.
Janet wants to know if you're going to do any faux postage for 2015 because she likes your faux postage.
Thank you for liking my faux postage. I recently wrote to a guy that has he has a tabletop stamp perforator, which is what I want. They used to make them. It weighs like 45 pounds, and I've found here and there the like Rosenbach like big guys that they have one at the San Francisco Center for the Book, and you can like go in and use it, but I don't live in San Francisco. I think Ginny Hinchcliffe has one in her studio so that she can perforate her own stamps, but those things are monsters and I have no room for one, but I would make room in my life for a tabletop one. That said, I haven't designed a stamp since the Year of the Horse stamps, and I would like to, but I actually have some stationery designs in my head that need to come out before anything else. So, but
your art director has to approve those.
The designs that I'm thinking of would translate well to stamps. So, hopefully, I guess is the short answer. So there you go. My art director has been really busy lately, so I haven't been bothering.
Yeah, Donovan's pretty much running that LWA all this month. She's probably like, well, how's that different from normal? I found out that I can't remember who told me this. I'll have to look it up on the email later. But so one of our members wrote to me asking like what ink I was using on the pen pal swap response, and it's Noodler's Australian Roses. I'm sorry, Swan and Australian. Austrian, right. Sorry, Austrian. Swan, Black Swan and Austrian Roses. That's what it is. Okay. So I answered her telling her that, and apparently there was like a whole color issue with that ink. I have like a bunch of it, so I haven't bought a new one recently, but Noodlers had a problem with the color, one of the items that was making the color, and so there was a difference in how the purples were, and now they have the original color back. But anyway, so she was emailing me just letting me know that this is what happened, and that Goulet happens to have the original formulation of it now, and everyone else I think has the new formulation. So, but I found out in doing research on what she was saying that the Black Swan and Austrian Roses is semi-bulletproof. I didn't know that. I did not know that. So because Donovan was getting mad at me for addressing envelopes with it, she's like, well, it might get wet and bleed.
Here's the thing. If you get your membership and it's addressed in a fountain pen, Kathy did it. If you get your membership and it's addressed in a Sharpie, I did it.
Yeah. Because I hate the smell of Sharpie. I feel like my brain cells are dying when I write with one. So I have
the excess brain cells.
Yeah, I don't. at all. So I write with the fountain pen the addresses. But but she was getting mad at me because she was saying, oh well, if it rains or whatever, gets stuck in water, then it's gonna get washed off. But now I can safely write with the Black Swan one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's bulletproof.
Semi bulletproof.
What does that even mean?
It means that it can get wet and it's not gonna run or bleed or erase. Well, that's bulletproof.
But so what does semi-bulletproof
Semi-bulletproof means semi-bulletproof means that if it gets rained on, it probably won't bleed, but you can't submerge it underwater.
Okay.
There are some noodlers inks that change color when you submerge it underwater, like Rome Burning is a brown that changes green, I think, when you put it underwater. I have that one. That one's pretty cool.
Cheers. Cheers. Thanks for letting me try.
Oh, I was correct the first time. Miss Maven says that it was that it's Australian.
Okay.
So, thank you.
I have a donut and some bourbon, and I think that's
I might have to have a donut
interesting.
with my tea.
Interesting idea.
It's probably a good donut for
I
bourbon.
know. I was like, a nice cake donut. Dip it in the bourbon.
You just dipped a donut in
Yeah.
bourbon?
I can't get on. I can't get in on the dipping
I can't
at
get
all.
on there.
That was really good. Your donut's kind of stale.
I just got it. How's it stale?
All of Dunkin'
They're
Donuts
always
are
always
stale.
Yeah, I guess so.
I like the French crullers the best. They tend to be the freshest.
Maybe that's because they get
They're so
eaten the most, like people buy them the most. They
I
charge.
wonder. I don't know. I feel like
You
I'm the
definitely
only
want to
person.
get one. Like I love the plain one, but it's always stale because nobody eats the plain one.
That one? The one that Donovan did.
No, that one's old
Yeah,
fashioned.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Old
That,
fashioned
okay.
is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites to get in Japan because it's just simple and
Yeah.
fried deliciousness.
And they made them all that morning.
Yes,
Yeah.
and they continue making them all day. Like there's never a time those donuts are stale.
Okay, I've written one
Out of
out of
50.
pile.
And Margaret says that ink is also light resistant too.
Okay.
So meaner.
Oh, Sharpies are better.
Hi, Carter.
Ugh.
It almost looks like a bill. Now just dentist types his
Aw.
bills. Oh, what is that?
This is one of our downloads.
It's your V-mail?
Yeah.
Oh. You sent me some
If
actual
I was
emails.
this person, I got this letter. I'd be like, this shoot is so wacky.
It's you met in Burning Man. It can't
I
be.
stole.
The person has to be like open-minded.
Yeah.
Although, I'm not saying you're not creepy.
Fair enough. It's not a creepy letter, actually. It's very sweet,
I'm sure it is.
but it's just like kind of ridiculous that I stole something that this is the post office. It's definitely gets still off.
If we hear sirens, we know why.
Listen,
Mhm.
I'm saying as long as it's low security and I can read, I would have to make
I'll
so
write
many less
letters in jail.
decisions. I would get to write lots of letters. I would get to read. I'd be left alone. It'd be great.
I have often thought that, like, except for the, I mean, I do like drinking, but except for the whole, like, spirituality part, like, I feel like being a nun would be kind of nice.
Mm.
My grandma was going to be a nun.
Spend your days in
Very
quiet
distinct from
contemplation.
the-
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I wouldn't want to be a nun.
I would not want to be a nun. I'm Jewish, so it's probably where we should start. With that.
Yeah.
There's also like a celibacy.
Yeah, but, like, it's secular nunning somehow.
Secular
I
nun?
don't know.
There's no.
Probably just
That's like a cult or something, I guess. then.
But,
Yeah.
like, the cult of staying inside and reading.
That's called a librarian.
There you go.
I'm sleepy.
You're sleepy.
Yeah. Do you know Billy and Maddie's address? Or like, do you have it at all? I thought I had it because they invited us to barbecue once, but I couldn't find the email with that info.
They are on.
I know what they're on. I just dropped. I just dropped Croc off at their house. Like I probably should have just looked at their house number.
That's good graffiti going by.
Ooh, it
On the train.
is.
Our windows look out onto a train. In case you didn't know.
Oh, look, the guy's like on the train.
Today,
Oh yeah, Donovan, tell the class what you got to see today.
So I mean, it's you require some sort of context. There's our building, and then there's sort of a green space. Oh, Kimberly's going to take a illustrative picture. And then there are train tracks. There's a system of train tracks. There's like 6 tracks. The metro trains go by here, and there's some freight that goes by too. And I stood up from where I'm sitting because this is my space. I stood up, and when I stand up, I can see directly onto all this green space. And there's a woman down there, basically nude, sunbathing. And I was just like, she does not understand that there are people that work in this building on Sundays. She just doesn't understand. And also, or she doesn't care, because like there's dudes out there on the tracks right now just doing their
there's train dudes walking around all the time on the tracks.
All the time.
Fixing the tracks, fixing the trains or whatever.
So, yeah.
What are they doing? Are they dumping out coal? What are they dumping out
I
from
don't
there?
know. Toxic waste.
No,
I don't
look,
know.
what is that?
It looks like sand.
Oh, it's
Rocks?
gravel. It's gravel. They're putting gravel on the train tracks again. Because they must have all left during the winter.
That looks like such an old-timey job, doesn't it?
Migrated north.
Yeah. Yeah, it migrated north.
For the winter. South for the winter, I guess.
Doesn't it seem like such an old-timey job? Like they're out there with their little shovels and Melissa has requested some pictures of the studio.
Please. I keep meaning to like.
Oh, did you get in contact with the handyman? Does he work?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
It's
Donovan
like this,
is the one who hooked me up with him.
Really?
Yeah.
It's this big point of a contention because it's our new bathroom and the tile's already like falling out basically.
So whoever put the tile on originally didn't do a good job.
Yes.
Then you should contact them.
Well, but it's been like 4 years, so I feel like a normal.
That's a normal amount of time. Guess maybe
I
you should look at the work order. You should look at the work order and see how long they certify their work for.
I should
Because I'm getting our windows done or fixed, and they give us a year, whatever guarantee.
And
so you should see
also-
what the guarantee is for your bathroom.
Merton also might have an opinion. Like,
That's true.
Yeah, he
He might
might
be able
say
to
like
say,
it's fixable,
it
not
should-
fixable.
it should stay good for X amount of time.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like when we moved in, the tile was like from 1972 and it was still pristine. So it's
Yeah.
really upsetting that this is, like, less than 4 years old and
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't think our old contractor did a good job. So that's the way it boils down to.
For anyone that hasn't gone, both special exhibits in the modern section of the Art Institute right now are really good.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. Both special exhibits. One is called Chatter in Architecture, which is really good. And then one was all about constructivism, which I just love.
Oh, there's a constructivism one? I need to go see that.
The Ireland exhibit is kind of a snooze. It had a nice and unexpected section about bookbinding, So that was fun, but it's only like this tiny bit, and the rest of it is just like, here's a landscape, here's a painting of a dude, here's a harp. And I love Ireland, and I was just sort of like, ugh, this is boring.
So Elizabeth is saying that her handmade envelope drawings are coming out so crappy. And I would say that that's probably not true, because I remember that Kimberly had complained about how she drew something.
Mailbox. Loved your mailbox.
Oh yeah, my little mailbox.
Yeah.
She drew something that she was like, I'm so sorry for the bad, mail art. And I was like, this is actually really good. So you're probably being way too much judgmental because you're the one that's creating it. And everyone's always going to be very critical about their own stuff because you're the one that's making it. So I'm sure that your envelopes are totally awesome looking.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if someone's going to judge you by the way your mail art is, and they're just lame anyway,
Okay.
they should be happy that they're getting mail from you.
Yeah.
The French cooler is stale too.
Every time Kathy buys donuts from that place, they're stale. But I'm very happy you bought them because I was hungry.
I'm hungry too, so thank you.
Donut's still
It's
a donut.
no reflection on you. It's a reflection on the
I know.
donut.
I mean, it's not a good Dunkin' Donuts. What can I say? But it's the one that's the closest to me.
Which one is
so, it's the
on
one-
Western.
It's on
Mhm.
There's
Western.
such a
Yeah.
thing as a good one versus a bad one. Like they're all.
I'm sure that every single Dunkin' Donuts in Boston is amazing.
I bet so.
No, that's not true. I've been to one. I'm kind of more about the cookies and the bear.
The bear cookies are good.
The thing
Mhm.
about the bear cookies is that you can kind of like cause a terrible.
While you eat them. Oh, we can't see you hugging the bear and eating them though.
She's not hugging it right now, though.
Did we have more people join from other fun places?
If anyone just logged in recently, if you can let us know where you're writing from, that would be awesome.
Remember to use your hashtag so I can scope out everything that you're doing.
Anna would like you to explain The Drunken Botanist.
Mmm.
That's a really great book. I forget the author's name, but she's written, her first book was
Someone else
Wicked
is doing moving
Plants.
cards with you.
And her second book is The Drunken
rifle
Botanist.
ones.
And she is a botanist. And she takes you through all of the plants that are used in making alcoholic beverages. And it's so granular to the point where she talks about different woods used to make different types of barrels for aging of things. And so it's just a really interesting nonfiction book, and it's got an occasional cocktail recipe. It's a really nice book. I liked it a lot. I listened to it on audio. I also bought no less than 3, possibly 4 copies and have given them all away as gifts.
And it's a really beautiful cover. I was
It
reading
is
it.
really good.
I was reading it at a bar once, and I think like 6 people stopped me to talk to me, like ask me how I liked the book and everything.
It's so pretty. It's on display in my living room.
It's just a great book. I would like to get Wicked Plants because she's an interesting writer.
We have someone in Utah. Let me see what else. I think that is all that was newly added. Oh, Post News can't get on right now.
Oh.
She's having technical difficulties. She says it's possibly due to the wine.
My technical difficulties are almost always due to the wine. Even when I'm stone cold sober. And then that's my difficulty.
I am loving seeing everyone's LWA social photos. It's fun.
It's totally fun.
Yeah.
Donovan, what do you have against the Lunar New Year stamp? Because look how pretty they are. They look so
I thought this one was fine. I thought the design and the color work on it was really good. I understand that they're trying to teach us something about culture with the stamp. I totally get it. But at the same time, it's a stamp with a picture of snacks on it. Like, like it just seems odd.
I like it.
And I loved
The animals are so small now.
I love the animals are very small. I just love the paper cut animals. They're so nice. And
Can I see it
can
now that you've sealed it?
I don't know that I've seen any of the paper.
well, because all right, so if you look at the stamp, can't really show you in the class. You'll see a little gold.
Oops, I also showed someone's address by accident, so I
That's
probably
okay.
shouldn't.
He's like a 6-year-old boy. So that's
See that? So that's the little goat.
What is she talking about?
And so the original stamps were actually this image on a colored background.
Do you have any of them?
Yes.
I want to see them.
I don't have them here. However, this looks really nice.
Yeah,
so
now it's like food.
they released two versions of those stamps. They released the original version, and then a second version came around.
Of this particular one?
No, of the paper cuts. And then this is like the third version of the stamp that they've used with those paper cut images, but the paper cuts now are very small. Yeah, I don't know.
It makes me sad.
Yeah.
I like some of them.
I like any of the ones that have a gold
Edge.
spot. No, gold spot ink on them.
All of this.
Right, and that's why I
have
like
gold
them. It
spot
looks
on them.
nice. I
Yeah.
like that they have that. So I don't know. There we
I
have.
don't hate it. I don't hate it the way that I hate that the Maya Angelou stamp is just terrible.
It's the worst.
I haven't seen that one yet. Is it just not a good photo?
Everything
It's
about
not
it
a
is
photo.
Oh.
It's actually a portrait
Uh-huh.
that was painted. But she's beautiful. She's a beautiful woman. She has a great smile. I'm not mad about the portrait. I'm mad that the design of the stamp seems very lazy.
Hmm.
And that
Which one?
Maya
Maya
Angelou.
Angelou.
Yes.
It's
And
that the quote's from.
the
It
quote
has all
is
this
wrong.
white
Wait, what's wrong with the
space.
quote?
It is
It
wrong.
looks like something I designed
is
in
not her
Word.
quote.
Like, because I'm not a designer, it looks like somebody designed that in
Someone-
Word.
It's not her.
Wait,
quote.
so it's just someone else's quote?
Yes.
It's what is her name? It's a famous
It was
writer.
a person who was writing something about Maya Angelou. Like it's somehow related.
It's attributed
No, it's
to
a
her
poem.
because it talks about the cage bird, and
Right.
she used it as part of.
Okay,
I know why the cage
It
bird
is-
but she didn't write it.
it is possible that Maya Angelou's estate did not allow a quote to be used.
No,
No.
No?
Absolutely
it was
not.
a lack of research on the post office's part.
Oh, whoopsie.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
That's bad.
So
And
Yeah.
this is a woman who. There are probably hundreds of quotes. I mean, everything
Yes.
that came out of her mouth was quotable,
Yeah.
and yet they used someone else's quote. It makes
No,
no
it's a
sense.
shame.
it's
It is a
it's
shame.
upsetting.
We have a question on Twitter from Annie, who's writing from Eastern Pennsylvania, and she is brand new and wanted to know how to acquire Pen Pals. So to sign up for Pen Pals, you just have to log into the member site. If you don't know how to do that, you go to letterwriters.org, and on the top right-hand side, there's like a yellow bar that says log in. And you log in that way, and you can do it two ways. You can either scroll down all the way to where it says pen pal swap and then follow the directions there, or you can click the link on the top menu bar that says pen pal swap, and then it drops you down there. And
No, I never heard of
basically,
it.
Really?
I'm talking.
Oh, sorry.
No, okay. And then you
thought we were getting
basically
quiet.
just write in. I ask you to answer 4 questions: name, age, and I do not tell your pen pal your age. That's just for me to match you with a good age group. And address, and if you have any special requirements or whatever. And then I write you back with your one of 2 pen pals, and you write one person, and then a second person is going to write you. So hopefully, if everything works out, you get 2 fun pen pals, and you can request more if you'd like. So that's how you get pen pals. And if you have any further questions about that, anyone, just ask away.
You have to be a member in order to request a pen pal.
Yes, that too.
You have to do that first.
Yeah.
You can't jump the boat and just request pen pals because we won't give them to you. We will return your letters with notes.
Yes. And Donovan and I have been talking about doing a video of how I sort and match pen pal people.
Ooh, that would be fun.
But we just haven't gotten around to it yet because we're busy. But yeah. And the reason I don't ask you any, I sometimes people write and say, I don't understand how you're supposed to match me if you don't know anything about me. You'd be really surprised on how much how you write, what you write with, what stationery you choose, et cetera, says about you. So that's why I don't ask for you to tell me what your hobbies are or anything like that, because I match you with like-minded stationery people. So if you do something with mail art, I'll match you up with someone with mail art. If you write on notebook paper with a ballpoint pen, I will match you up with someone else who also wrote on notebook paper with a ballpoint pen, because you kind of are of the same mindset. If you wrote me a lot, I will match you up with someone else who also wrote a lot. Same thing. A lot is said just on what you use to write with. I like this thing.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah.
She's been doing these carvings. So there's carvings all over the letter.
Cool.
I'll show the back.
It's a shame with the glare, but
I know.
How many people would you say, if you had to guess, you write to and with on a regular basis?
Probably 20 total, but I would say at least 5 or 6 of those people fall off for long periods of time and then come back.
Yeah.
So probably 15 most regularly. And it's all people I just met through LWA, but also randomly through Twitter and Instagram.
It's so fascinating. I just don't know what I have enough to say.
You don't have to say a lot.
yeah, you don't have to say a lot. Or you
My
don't.
favorite
you
people
could-
are the
I just
one
prefer
page
writing to
people.
strangers whose addresses is on
Shh.
I don't know that I have favorites. It's just it's every letter's so different.
Yeah.
Because everyone has different questions. Everyone has different stuff.
I love
you
that paper.
say.
Guys, check out this paper. Hopefully you'll be able to see it.
Oh,
It's like-
I'm using.
Wait a minute. You can't see it.
It's
It's
like a
neon. It's neon orange grid. I'm sorry that
It's
you
like a
can't see
photography.
it. It's pretty cool though.
Is it from Herrera?
No, I found it in a sale bin in anthropology.
Oh really?
Oh.
Wow.
I was just like, you want to sell me this paddle of topography for $6? I will take 2.
I'll take it.
Okay, so my Angelou discussion. Sherry went on to online to buy stamps recently, and she said in general she thought the choices were disappointing. And Margaret also thinks that recently the stamp designs have been lame. That's my word.
I
She
would
did
tell you
not
all
say
coming
lame.
up, the next 4 coming up are so terrible.
Terrible?
Which ones are they?
It's like the Coast Guard and
Oh.
Forgotten
I like the
Children.
Oh, I saw the Forgotten Children one. It's
I
Yeah,
like the
boring.
Martin. What's his name?
oh
Those are pretty.
yeah.
No,
Martin
that one's already
Ramirez.
come out.
That one's
Right,
done.
no, I like
No,
those.
they're
though.
the
I
next
thought
Yeah.
4
I like that
on
one.
the list.
Antique Rose.
I love those.
Those are gorgeous.
I love those. No, these are the next 4 that are on the list to come out. And one's for the Coast Guard, and it's just sort of like a ship and a plane or something. One is for Forgotten Children, and it's a white background with some violets on it, or
Yeah.
pansies or something.
Mhm.
One is for the Special Olympics, which is kind of an orange background, and it just looks, it's orange. And then there's another one that I don't even remember because it was totally boring.
Is it another one of the Medal of Honor ones?
Yes, the middle. And honestly,
It's
of
Vietnam
the
now.
4, that's the most visually interesting one. So
yeah, I
that's-
don't know what's going on.
That tells you. I mean, they were doing so good.
They had a strong year last year, man. It was just like knocking it out of the park last year.
Yeah,
honestly.
I really liked the antique rose and tulip
Mhm.
stamps.
Yeah, the illustration.
I
it's-
like
yeah.
the friendship with Japan stamps, but it's a recycled design.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the from me to you stamps from a like concept perspective, but I think the actual stamp is pretty boring.
Yes.
Okay, so
yes.
Donovan was using the from me to you stamp on IR Ops, mailing out IR Ops, and I was like, oh, well, when are you gonna put the stamps on? And she's like, Kathy, they're on there, and I was like, no, those are stickers, and she's like, those are stamps. And if I'm confusing stamps for stickers, that's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, the design of that one. Like I bought a sheet because I thought the
Yeah, the stamp
Stickers.
sheet does have stickers on it.
Yes.
However, I was using the actual stamps correctly.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Guess what? I have opinions about stamps.
Pen and Inking says that the Maya Angelou quote is from another poet, Joan Walsh Anglon.
That is
Yes.
what Kimberly was showing.
Oh,
me.
That's
yeah.
what- that's what I was talking
That's
about
what
when you were
talking
doing your-
about. when I interrupted
yelled.
you interrupting me.
Yes.
Yeah, and then so someone's asking about if the post office has any lickable stamps anymore. I think that only that $5 one. That's
Oh.
it's diamond shaped.
Maybe. Sure. Yeah.
I just
The
ordered
one-
that recently. The one that
Why?
has Jefferson and another president.
Oh yeah.
Why do you need?
I just like that stamp, and every once in a while I actually need it, and it only comes in 4, right, in a big diamond, and so when I run out, I just order another 4.
Okay.
That one's still lickable.
It is.
Yeah, I don't know which one else.
Japan's, a lot of theirs are lickable still.
That's nice.
I like that. You know why? Because I like that there's always the perforation on all the sides. Like I hate the books of stamps because
it's got
yes,
a weird cutoff on one side.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, that is like a big problem to me that they should fix, but they're not going to.
That's an interesting point for stamp collecting. Is Katie and I ran into this because we went up to see Charles Berg
Oh, isn't
a
that
couple of weeks
dreamy?
ago.
That was amazing.
If you could just marry that guy.
No.
I
Who
mean-
is-
Who's
He's
Charles
already
Berg?
married. The
So am
stamp
I.
Oh, the
My
stamp
husband
king with
watched
the
it
magnificent.
after Agatha Christie.
See-
The whole time we were there and goading him, and it was kind of crazy.
I didn't know his actual name. I only know him as the stamp king.
Stamp king.
I love Charles.
So what did he
He's
say
wonderful.
about collecting?
Well, I mean, so he had in a random box because there's nothing but random boxes in that place.
It's organized
but he
for
knows
him.
exactly.
Yeah,
how-
it's organized
Everything
everything.
is-
Yes.
is- I asked him for the most random stamp. He's like, "Oh, there's 4 places it might be," and they were in all 4 places.
Oh my
He's
God.
a miracle.
I do need to email him with my wish list.
Yeah, but there's the thing. So the icon side of remember the bonsai tree?
Yeah.
Those only came in booklet form. But I saw it. And I was like, oh, I'll take those. And he was like, about those. I need these because they were all randomized. So it's randomized as to which ones are going to have the
But like hard edge.
the
or
hard
clean
edges
edge.
or not. So he has to put together certain sets of the stamps because of that weird granularity. Because that's where stamp collecting is in granularity.
Oh.
So it's bonkers.
That is crazy.
You're off
I was
camera.
like, I
dear.
just want to
Scooch.
mail things with stamps.
Yeah. You're like, I'm not
They're
collecting
really pretty.
them. I did like those. I never ordered those though for some
I
reason.
loved them.
I must have like had a surplus at that time.
I liked those stamps a lot.
The bonsai ones, they're nice. I like the original cherry blossoms
Yeah.
stamps, not the new ones now. I think it looks like, I don't know, I just don't like the
I
illustration.
actually think I
Mm.
like this particular version better than
Oh,
those
really?
stamps
Yeah.
because of the satinate quality of them. I hated breaking them up. And these ones I don't have that problem.
I think that to this day, well, no, okay. So my favorite ones to use right now are the Hudson Painter ones.
Mhm.
Those are
Oh,
really
those are
nice.
so pretty.
Those are so
Yeah.
pretty. And then the other ones I also like are the Lady Bird Johnson ones.
Oh,
I
those are
still have a
pretty.
bunch of those. I love those.
I love it. And then I don't like the one of her necessarily,
No,
but
the flowers are
the flowers are good. But I have noticed that the one of her looks so good on a black or navy blue envelope.
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
Pops perfectly. So
That's a good
yeah.
idea. I like. Is it Martin Ramirez?
Mhm.
I'm really liking those now.
Yeah,
I only bought them because I was like, oh, they're neutral, so they'll look good on like a more
Oh.
subdued envelope. But now I'm like, but they're so pretty. I should have bought more.
Well, get them now
I know.
because they will sell out of that particular one. I know for sure.
Yeah.
My favorite from the past couple of years have been the abstract expressionist. stamps.
Oh yeah, that one is
Yes, I have a hoard of those. A small hoard.
Those are actually highly collectible.
Really?
Yeah.
I have one
Oh.
sheet that I want.
Well, we were
That
at
you
the
won't
Stamp
break up.
King. Katie bought like a $30 sheet of stamps.
Oh,
She was just like, "Yeah, I'll buy these."
which one?
This quilt.
The G's bend quilts.
Oh, the quilt one is nice. I like that one.
Look at them. Here's
Oh, you have them with you.
Well, yeah. Here's $22 right here. For viewing pleasure.
Can I show the class?
Yeah, they were amazing though.
This is what Katie got at the Stamp King.
Amongst many.
One of the many things. The Stamp King is in.
$90.
Where is he?
It's
When
No,
I-
no, but
I had
is in
$200
Chicago.
in
Lander's in
cash.
Chicago.
Yeah.
He's in
And
Chicago.
Oh, he's in
I
Chicago?
was
You can
like,
get
oh
there
my
on the
god,
blue
I'm
line.
not going to be able to pay for all these stamps. And by the end, like, it came out to be like $1.99. I'm just like, just take my wallet, take it all.
Wasn't that crazy?
It's
I mean,
crazy
I
how you
got
don't think it adds
everything I
up.
wanted though.
Yes.
And it was $90, so it wasn't so bad. But I'm like, I just want to go back and buy more, and it's
Yeah.
I want a whole sheet of the 13-cent ones so badly. Why didn't I do that?
Which ones?
Yeah.
Oh, the little coin one? I love
I have
those.
like two.
Oh,
It
I
was
like it because
very
you brought up
overwhelming.
that it's small, so
They're
it like
small.
fits on.
Mhm.
That's my worst quality when I send a postcard. I never save enough room for all the stamps that need to go on.
Put the stamps on first.
I know. That's
Yeah. Put the stamps on first and then address the envelope.
and then write my
If you're
measly
doing it,
tiny message.
yeah, if you're doing it with the vintage stamps,
Yes.
because it's gonna take more. So, and I always lay it out first before I lick them, and then I lick them, just to see how it looks. So yeah.
I do that, but I often find myself forgetting like how I laid it out.
Oh well, you know, I lay it out and then I go like one lick, and then,
Wow.
and then the next one, and then the
You're
next
smart.
one. Yeah, that's the way
Totally
I do it.
smart.
Yeah, because I will forget. I have a bad memory, so yeah. I don't know.
Is it a new?
Oh, okay. So Margaret said that when she was sold the from me to you stamps, that the post office lady actually pointed out which one were the stamps and which one were the stickers, because apparently people are having problems with that.
Oh no.
I'm actually really shocked that they issued something with stickers that I don't know. Like
And it doesn't expressly say that there are stickers
right.
on it, which is kind of strange.
Yeah, because like okay, so they did that with the Harry Potter one, but the sticker was like this small in comparison to all the other ones. It was like a little wax seal that was like super tiny
Which I
and
super
very
thought
obvious.
actually from the photos online, I thought it was postage.
Oh, you
And
did.
I was actually thinking like that would be a really nice postage.
Oh,
stamp, just a
wax.
seal.
Yeah, wax seal would make
Which
a
is
really
why
good.
I liked those love
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
stamps.
Hey,
The
you or the United States Post Office, make a wax seal postage stamp. That would be awesome.
like a series
Thank
of
you.
different
Yeah.
like 4. You can make it a booklet stamp. We won't even care.
We don't even care that it doesn't have pretty edges all the way around.
All the way around.
Um,
If anyone wants to nominate me or Kathy for the Postal Stamp Advisory Committee, that would be fine too.
Is there such a thing?
yes.
I can't believe no one's nominated
I
you.
know, right? I don't even know how you would go about doing that. I just know that it's a thing that exists.
Oh, Postmuse was able to log on. I'm glad you're able to figure it out. I'm sorry that you weren't able to get on earlier. But if anyone tunes in late or like or now-ish or whatever, you can watch it on YouTube. So yeah, after the fact. And then
Which I will not be doing for this one.
someone is asking which stamp store we're talking about in Chicago. It's called The Stamp King. The Stamp King, and Donovan wrote a blog post about it maybe 4 years ago or something on the LWA blog. So if you just search Letter Writers
Stamp
Alliance
King.
and Stamp King, you'll find the blog post. Or if you just do the Stamp King Chicago, you'll find out where he's at. You said
He
that
has a Facebook.
you said that you can get on it from the Blue Line.
Mhm.
Yeah, Blue
Harlem
Line.
stuff on Blue Line.
There you go.
He's on Higgins Avenue.
Postmuse is saying that the Batman stamp got a lot of complaints because it was round.
There are
Who's complaining about a round stamp?
Because the round ones are stamps, and
because people don't
didn't
get
know.
it.
Yeah,
People don't get their stamps.
but I like that they were round. But yeah, I guess I could see that. But I'm actually
But they say forever on them.
yeah. But I'm surprised that they made a domestic that was round. I thought they were, I mean, I don't.
It's a bad signal. It should be round.
Yeah, I thought it was good, but I was just expecting that they were going to try to keep the international ones round only, so it was just easier to decide, you know, quickly.
Come on, they have the technology. They can make us star stamps. They could make us diamond stamps. They could make us spiral stamps.
Yep.
They could do whatever.
But
As
why
long
don't
as they expressly say that X is a stamp.
Like a little hexagon stamp.
Ooh, a hexagon stamp.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. Hexagons are the best. They're the best shape, in case you were wondering.
Well, you know, your engagement ring just happens to be a hexagon, that's all.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is.
I'm not going to show the class because that's stupid.
I've written half a letter.
I've written 1.5 letters.
Janet wants to know if we've read LMNOP yet.
I haven't.
I haven't. I'm actually going to wait until way closer to the book club meeting because I don't remember books very well after I read them. So I'm probably going to read it the month of the book club. Yeah. When I don't even remember when that is. July?
August.
August. Really? So check the events page because it knows better than we do, even though I wrote that. But Margaret from Paper Pastries is going to be joining us as our guest speaker. Anna was the guest speaker last time. If you missed that, you can go on YouTube and watch our book club discussion of 84 Charing Cross. Is that how you say that street? Yeah, okay. Which I really loved a lot.
Yeah.
I liked that book. If you haven't read it yet, do it. Did you read it?
No.
You're a horrible human being.
I know. Well, we were reading a really long book for my book club that month.
This one was like
so
I know.
thin.
I know. Well, this month we're reading like a 200-pager, so maybe I can squeeze that one in along with
Dude, I read half of the book during my lunch break.
it.
Like, it's very, very quick read.
I just never ordered it. I was busy that day.
You can get it through the library. I got mine through the library.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
I'll read it, I promise.
I'd loan you my copy, but I've already loaned it to someone.
Nothing else new?
Mrs. Maven, well, several people are talking about how foreign stamps are prettier, and Mrs. Maven is wondering if it's a grass is greener on the other side kind of thing. I don't think so. I just think that those countries, Finland, UK, and Japan is specifically what Mrs. Maven is saying. Postmuse is saying Finland.
I will say I do hear people in the UK complain about the UK stamps.
But they're so cool looking.
They're so cool.
But I think there is a bit of that. It's just like that's the stuff you have access to.
Yeah.
You know.
New Zealand has awesome stamps. I love New Zealand stamps. But maybe it's just because the letters that we get, they filter out the cool to be the cool stamps from their country, and that's why we're getting those cool ones. I mean, it could be a grass is greener kind of deal.
My sister-in-law sends me like at least once a year a giant box of used postage from Japan, and I love sifting through it. Theirs are better, for sure.
You and Donovan should get together with some whiskey and just sort stamps.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes, we should.
Donovan sorts stamps to relax. Okay.
I have a whole other bag at home.
Yeah.
Right?
She sorts them by color
Mm-hmm.
to relax. That's what she does.
Sometimes I sort by theme too. It really
Yes, I've been doing by theme. You told me about the color thing, so I have some like generic ones sorted by color, but then other ones sorted by theme.
It's just you can't do it when it's windy. That's about it.
Well, yeah, that was that one time you tried to do it outside on a patio.
Yeah, it was not. Did not.
I don't know why you thought that would be a good idea.
It was a beautiful day.
But they're stamps. I mean,
I learned.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, we have 15 minutes left in the virtual social, so if you have any questions to ask us that you'd like us to answer live, please do so. Otherwise, we'll answer them later on Twitter. or through the chat. So just let us know. And I'm going to look at what you guys have. I finished my stack of moving cards announcements. I'm just using plain old postcards because I didn't want to I didn't want to buy more stuff, basically, since I'm moving. The last thing I want is more crap. So yeah. Any questions, let us know. According to Postmuse, Australians use more stamps than any other country. Mrs. Maven, I don't know when the next virtual social is. We have in Chicago a live, regular human interaction social.
Regular human.
Yeah.
She said I'm gonna miss it.
That one's on. Give me a second. Kimberly's on my calendar here.
The 28th.
Oh, I never wrote it down.
I think it's the 28th. I just looked.
Yeah,
It's a Thursday.
it's a
evening
Thursday.
at Uncle Art, which is in Humboldt Park. They have an open studio there. It's very nice.
Oh yeah, it's definitely the 28th. Yeah, so the 28th of this month, which is a Thursday, 7 to 9 p.m. at Uncle Art. That's the one in Chicago. And then we're gonna have another event. It's not necessarily a social on Saturday the 30th, and that is in conjunction with Atlas Obscura.
Here.
Mhm.
Um,
I'm gonna miss both of them.
Oh, why? Where are you?
She's gonna be in Japan.
Oh, you're in
Don't
Japan?
feel bad for
Don't
her.
feel bad for you. No, no.
Feel bad. I'm gonna miss it.
But the Atlas Obscura one is $5 per ticket, and they haven't set up the purchase yet. But it's on their website, so we can't sell tickets yet. We'll let you know when that goes up.
They are selling it.
Yeah, they're selling the tickets, so yeah. But to answer your question, I don't know when the next virtual social is. We'll figure it out soon.
Probably July. Maybe, yeah, probably July sometime.
Are you gonna get to go to Utah?
Yes.
It's so hard. I've only been once, but
Oh.
I will never get. I still have not recovered from Utah. It's amazing.
It is my favorite.
It's incredible. I mean, how could it not be perfect? 7 floors of perfect, and then an annex of paper.
Yes. Although the last time I was there, they were in a different building because there was some kind of structural damage to their original
the annex
building.
was.
No, the
whole thing.
really toy, and the annex was closed. So I'm hoping this time they're back in their normal building because it was a little bit more condensed. Like I don't think they had everything out because I didn't spend as much money as I thought I was going to.
It's so amazing. I just love in Japan that you can go to the grocery store and that there's an incredible stationery section.
I know.
That's like the best.
I know. You can find lovely things in like their equivalent of a Walmart.
Yeah.
I'm done writing. So we have all those addresses you have to
Well,
find.
I texted. Yeah, I packed my address book, so I can't address certain letters to people. And I was hoping that Donovan was going to have her address books because we share pen pals, but no, apparently not.
I like how you leaned in just to shake your head.
You know what stamp I really hate, and I can't wait to have them all away from me, but it was like the only thing that they had that day when I needed a whole bunch of stamps, is this ugly.
Oh, the drawn, bouquet. Yeah.
There a lot of the flower
The
ones
wedding
go awry
stamps
to
are
me.
just
they're
never
hideous.
It's just a hideous.
No, they did a good wedding stamp once. Wasn't that a wax
Once?
seal one?
No, that's just the love stamp. That was just the
That was like a
love issue.
Valentine.
Mhm. No, the whole like I did. Oh, God.
Were the cards, the playing cards, a wedding stamp? The king and queen?
No, they
No.
weren't, but I used them as
No,
wedding stamps
they
on
were a
my
love
on my
stamp.
wedding. They were a love
They were
stamp
love
too.
stamp.
That was a good stamp.
I like that
Yeah.
stamp a lot. Yeah.
That's good.
But like the wedding cake one, or the one with like
Ugh,
2 gold
with the
rings.
rings.
Oh yeah. Or the swans, because the swans were so specific in their color too, that if you
What is
didn't
it?
have a purple wedding, they
Yeah,
looked
if you hadn't had a
hideous.
Lisa Frank wedding.
Yeah. Which one's that one?
That's an office stamp. It's the
Aw,
stamp that we
it's
use to
teeny.
stamp the rubber stamps.
I really
It's a stamp to
love
stamp
that.
stamps.
Oh, like on
Yeah,
the ends. I
yeah.
don't have any of my stamps.
Yeah.
It's really awesome.
Oh, that's one of my
Yeah, she
favorites.
does stamp shit.
Do
Kind
we?
of hard to use
Like
because
I can't get a good yes, I can't get
Yeah.
a good imprint sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm excited about having a new permanent address is finally ordering my cat return stamp from Paper Pastries.
Oh.
But I wanna ask her to see if she can change it to be an outline and not solid of a cat, because I prefer less ink.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I don't
Since you
like the
hate rubber
solid
stamping.
ink. Yes. Because I never ink it good enough. So if I have less surface area to be inked, then it's easier for it to be a perfect stamp impression. So yeah, I'm gonna see if she's okay with doing that.
This stamps so delightfully.
Oh, thanks.
The little flying envelope.
Yeah.
There's a glare. Anyway. Oh, thanks.
No, it's just a glare no matter what. It's the flying envelope one. There we go. Yeah. So
Is this one? This one was on something.
That's an office stamp.
Oh yeah. It came on a
can you
box
hand me
that you
the
guys sent me.
small stamp that you were just stamping with?
Yes. It's wonderful.
The stamp to stamp stamps is just our crest. And so we stamp that on the wooden handle parts here when you get your stamp, so you know who it's from.
It's not
I
on
am
that
now
one 'cause
going
that's
to
an
flip.
office one. Sorry.
You don't treat your own products the same way.
Do you have a stamp with the
No.
crest on it that's bigger?
Yeah, we do.
This.
Yeah, that
I
one.
can't- Oh, it's so big. I don't know the
Yeah, Post Music. I have been waiting for years to order Paper Pastries addressed envelope because I wanted that stamp. So
The
now that
cat
I
stamp.
finally purchased a place that can do it, yeah.
Yay. I know we can never move. I have like 4 stamps.
Two letters.
Woohoo! I wrote 3/4 of one.
I wrote 20 postcards that don't say much at all.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's right. It is saying
It's
anyway.
Say, we moved. Here's our new address.
There's stuff to finish, which I guess I could finish.
Oh, okay. There's still, 5 minutes. I'm calling it
Oh, that one's cute.
5 minutes. Ask us any questions that you have.
Do I have those? Did I get those in our RSVP?
Yeah.
You may have gotten a version of these. This was one of the trial.
No, everyone got one of
I
those.
think I got those.
I don't know if this is the version that we went with. Or not.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yes,
Yes, you got one. hmm
because I also used this one. For here. And I don't know if you got one of these.
Maybe I got one of those. I got something like that.
Yes.
It's in my stash of envelopes.
So for Sherry wants to know, what ink do we use for our block stamps?
Honestly, what I normally use is just office supply ink. Like, I like these because you can.
Hold on, wait a minute. No, wait. Hold on.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes.
Stop moving! Oh man.
Because you have 2 colors of ink. You have blue and you have red. So it's
Or
like
black
an
and
epic.
red.
Yes, or black. and red.
Handy.
Yeah.
I hate stamps, rubber stamps, so I don't. I just use whatever Donovan gives me, basically.
And I really like this color box.
I have this hot pink
for
one.
for the silver. I have not been able to find a good white ink at all.
No,
Versacolor, terrible.
hard, yeah.
Oh, workshop. They're nice.
Oh yeah, because you can stamp those on like anything. Those
Yeah.
are good.
I have a hot pink one that Carolee gave me, but I don't remember what the brand is. And that one's like my favorite. I love it. I use it for everything. I
This
just
brand
find
is
that
a slow dryer.
yeah.
It's a nice metallic though.
I purchased but have yet to use for white ink. I actually purchased some screen printing ink.
Oh.
Not screen printing. It's lino cut
Yeah.
ink.
I just one of the boxes I
Gonna
brought
try that.
over
Yeah.
has that. Just a whole thing of it.
I have some in my house. I just
Oh,
haven't
okay.
done it.
Who starts at 34?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here.
Oh yeah, the bird.
And I can only go back to the stamping once I've used some of these.
At least some of them.
Yeah.
So
I
therefore, I would prefer
I've done better than I thought I would, but I have not made a dent.
It's hard. Sometimes
is.
you have to like be like, I'm gonna use
Yes.
these stamps today.
Well, especially with the big sheets, I'm like, I can't break into it. But then once you do, then it's easier.
You are 211.
Yes.
Uh,
Elgin.
yeah. Don't say that.
She just did. So way to
Nobody
go.
else knows where you live.
Yeah. No one knows what city I live in.
This.
Used to put 2R all the time.
I know. It's like funky in my address book because of that.
The mailman always knew
Oh.
when it was. meant
How's
to
your new
mailman.
address? The new postwoman working out?
Well, the temporary person was horrid. And we just got a permanent one last Saturday. And
Yeah.
so far I've got no complaints. Honestly, I've gotten more mail than I got. Like I get more mail per day than I ever got with
Oh,
that
really?
temporary person. So I think they were hoarding some of it.
Oh.
But
Maybe that's why you didn't get my letter or my postcard about I probably never sent it. I don't remember
It's okay.
what I sent or I didn't send. I was really concerned about my new place if they were going to allow package delivery there.
Oh.
So I did a test delivery from Amazon, and I was like, it's been delivered, and I was like, oh, that's a good sign. Unless they mean it's been delivered to Carroll Street or something, the annex, which I hate. And
Which, by some cruel twist of fate, is like directly behind our building.
Yeah.
It's this like hole of a postal annex, like place where packages go for Wicker Park,
to die.
and people just hate it.
It is
People
the
hate it.
sixth circle in hell. It is. I love the post office, and it is terrible. That place is horrible. So I was like, oh my god, I hope that for the rest of my life I won't be having to go to Carroll Street to pick up packages. And no, they delivered it, and my
Nice.
neighbors actually took it up to my door and everything. And I was like, whoa.
So it doesn't get left outside. It at least gets in.
They put it inside. So
That's good.
yeah. I was like, sweet.
This is my pile of mail to be returned.
To be returned. What did you write? Show you
Oh,
that
I
file.
love that
I have 2 letters.
one. Is that the person that did the demo that you
Yes.
linked to?
This is one of Laura Duncan Hubby's pieces.
It's awesome and huge.
Yeah, they're always very dramatic.
I made no
And
dents.
unmistakable. Like
You always
their work
know.
is like no one else's, which is super neat. I feel like my work is very derivative.
Okay, guys, we're going to sign off soon, unless anyone has any last-minute questions that they want to pop into the chat at all. It was lovely spending time with you today. I don't know when we're going to have the next virtual social, but we will put it up on Twitter, on the blog, and then I'll also be in the event section on both the public and member site of letterwriters.org.
Mhm.
So, and I'm glad that Kimberly and Katie were able
Thanks
to
for
join
having
us
us.
today.
Fun.
So yeah, thanks everyone.
Thank you.
And happy letter writing. Bye. Bye.